cha-cha chasses with the tips. So if you know these chasses, it's very easy for you to make almost any type of choreography for cha-cha. So what is the first chasse? What it means, chasse? Chasse, it's a group of 3 steps. So chasse, it means 3 steps, group of 3 steps. So first in cha-cha, we have the side chasse. So we have one on the right, one on the left. So it's already 2 chasses. So side, 4 and 1. 4 and 1, 4 and 1. So what tips we've got for you here? The same tips will be for every step. Instead of focusing on the legs, try to activate your upper body, create a flexibility in upper body, not only doing beautiful legs and hip actions. So again, side chasse, side chasse with the actions. Cha, cha, 1, cha, cha, 1, or 4 and 1, 4 and 1. So that's already 2 chasses. One to the right, one to the left. Okay, next one. It's a chasse in place. So we stay like this and basically doing 3 actions in a cha-cha-cha rhythm, or we say cha-cha 1 or 4 and 1. So I prefer to use 4 and 1. Going 4 and 1, 4 and 1, 4 and 1, 4 and 1. What tips we've got for you? For the ladies, number 1, of course, keep your inner thighs tight because the closed leg position has to be tight. And number 2 tip, of course, activate your upper body muscularity. Actions here in the hip, but especially in your rib cage. So again, cha, cha, 1, cha, cha, 1, cha, cha, 1, cha, cha, 1. So we have side chasse to the right, side chasse to the left, and we have a chasse in place, stationary chasse. What else we've got? We get forward chasse, backward chasse, which also called forward lockstep, backward lockstep. So it goes like this. 4, and we have a Latin cross position, and 1, the same backward. 4 and 1, forward. 4 and 1, backward. 4 and 1. So we have Latin cross position. What tip we got for you here? Of course, when you move forward, activate your rib cage. Keep that body flexible and moving. Musicality in the body. So not only the legs moving, doing lockstep, but there is some movements here, which we more detail explain in our technique videos, of course. So you're going 4 and 1 and backward. 4 and 1. Okay, what's next? We have a hip twist chasse, hip twist chasse. So it goes like this. So we can start from the 2 feet together position. We're going 4 across 4 and 1. So this is a hip twist chasse. So one more time, we're going and 4 and 1, hip twist chasse. What tips we've got for you here? So number 1 tip for the ladies and the guys too, the beautiful 90-degree leg with the beautiful shape when you cannot see your heel in the mirror if you look front yet. So heel is absolutely turned out, beautiful leg line. And number 2 is, of course, using your upper body rhythm, 4 and 1. So this is a hip twist chasse. What else we've got for you? Ronde Chasse, Ronde means circle, chasse means 3-step, cha-cha-cha, or 4 and 1, or cha-cha 1. So we're going, and this is a Ronde 4, and push side 1. So this is a Ronde Chasse. Again, we have and 4 and 1. So what tips we got for you here? As you do Ronde, make sure do it with the high hip, strong diagonal line in your body. And here on the exit, on the 4 and, make sure press this button here. Boom, land with a strong body and then continue to the beautiful hip. So one more time, Ronde Chasse and 4 and 1. Okay, what else we've got for you, which is very, very common. We call it continuous chasse, continuous. So more than one lock step forward is going to be continuous lock step. Let's go this way. So we go continuously. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Other side. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So what tips we've got for you here? So tip number 1, keep that hip here flexible and keep your upper body working as much as possible, as much as your hip. So it's Number one, hip flexibility. Number two, rib cage activity. So figure eight in a rib cage could be as much welcome as in a hip. So going 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And one more chasse for you, we call it Ronde Chasse. Ronde Chasse. So where instead of like an action forward, we have more like a merengue run action. And 4 and 1 and backward. 4 and 1 and forward. Ronde Chasse. Backward. Ronde Chasse. So what tips we've got for you? First of all, when you go 4 and, keep your heels up and use a lot of hip action, as you see on Christina here. And turn your hips as much as you can there. And going 4 and 1, 4. Even we call it Ronde Chasse. We don't want to be running. We want to do figure eight. It's a figure eight run. Now, for the formula, when you know all this chasse, you can add check forward walk and back rock, rocking action, and then you have a different basic walks.